Pomeranz even count. Pitch to Hernandez. He's 2 for 3. Ground ball to third base. And unfortunately, the New York Yankees are going to move on to the World Series, where they'll take on the Atlanta Braves, taking the first 2, losing the next 2, going into Game 6, win Game 6, and then Game 7 to win the 2024 World Series. The defending champs are in our division. What are we going to do in the offseason? Losing in back-to-back years, 2023 in the World Series and in 2024 in the ALCS, really stings. Now, I'm still going to call 2024 a successful season, not just because we made it to the championship series, but mostly because we went there without Alek Manoah. We get him back in April, so let's see if we can get him some reinforcements and see how things play out that way. Our manager's contract has ended, and let's see who are the retired players. Nobody on our squad, we don't care. Max Scherzer and Miguel Cabrera, sayonara. Y'all are easily Hall of Famers. Y'all are bona fide Hall of Famers in real life. It's just y'all wouldn't get inducted in 24, as you know, we all know. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is our only exclusive free agent, and he is a very good player. Do I want to keep him? What I am going to do is I am going to lowball him. I know the qualifying offer is 19.6, but I can at least get something if he leaves. So I'm going to lowball him. I'm going to lowball the hell out of him. Not only in years, which honestly might do it, because this dumb interest meter is there and we can't really go back and forth negotiation again. I'm going to lowball him. I'll even front load the money if you really want to stay here that badly, but I'll give you a 3-year deal. You could probably be the DH and Mariano Murillo can take over at left. Managers don't really affect much in this game. I'd like for them to affect, how teams play, teams that might steal bases more, teams that might swing for power more, teams that might have some more hotheads on them than normal. Whatever may be, because in this current iteration, I can tell you right now, this is BS. Nonetheless, we're going to still hire somebody because we got to fill the position somehow. We're going to send an offer to Steven Merced, +3 control, +3 walks per 9, and +1 drag bunting. I know that didn't do much for us, but I do need our pitching to be better, especially considering some of our guys are starting to get a little bit older. Give them a 3-year, no, I don't want 3, 5 years. Why not? 5 years, $5 million. Let's see if anybody accepts any of our deals at this point. Steven Merced is now our manager. Fortunately, we got that out of the way, so we got a head man. Now we just gotta give him some players in which to manage. There are some standout players here in the free agent pool. Let's see. Let's actually really look. Yu Darvish. Let's see. Okay, maybe not as many as I thought. Garrett Hampson, though we don't need shortstop. Jose Alvarado. Wait, let's just look at the list. Oh boy. Juan Soto is a free agent. I know he's going to want stupid amounts of money too. Might need to show some restraint, but geez. The Washington Nationals are offering him money. After they didn't offer him money to begin with, they're going back to offer him now. Touche, STS. Touche. Yeah, no, our biggest need is outfield. And Alex Verdugo is good. His overall says he's really good. Looking at the actual numbers, he's a pretty good fielder. Great arm. It's righties. He's not too shabby against lefties. What is he asking for? About $11 million, $11.5 million, $12 million a year. 5, and he's 28. Could give it to him, and he would be a lefty bat. That would kind of stunt the growth of Mariano Murillo, who is basically the same player or a very similar player. Only he's 5 years younger, 5-6 years younger, so we shall see. Corbin Burns is available. Corbin Burns does not have a qualifying offer. We really probably could. Do we need another starter? We don't need one. Not to be spending a ton of money to do so. Gaussman is 34, probably on the decline. No, he's not that bad. And as far as his contract is concerned, he's got 2 more years. Could trade him. Don't know if that's going to be the move. It is always a possibility. Oh man, no, his ERA is under 3. It's well under 3. It's like under 3, under 4. Like under 4 is good. Under 3 is like, yo, you have been very good. His attributes don't seem to be falling off. I don't expect that to happen. I don't think the realistic move would be to move on from him and go sign Corbin Burns. We're going to officially move Mariano Murillo out to left field. Just give him the secondary outfield. It's just a lot easier that way. We got to decide who is going to be on the 40-man roster. And I will say this again. Why isn't our 40-man roster selection screen look completely different than what it does now? It's literally just going to the roster. And I have to go through every single player to figure out who is on the 40-man and who is eligible. Just give me the guys who are eligible and allow me to compare that to the guys that are on the roster elsewhere. Especially if you play a similar position, say outfield, or if you play middle infield, if you're a utility player, wherever, whatever, we need to be able to take a look at that. Nonetheless, we have 38 men on the 40-man roster, and we gotta protect 2. Or Elvis Martinez will get snatched up in the Rule 5 draft. That I'm like 100% sure of. Kloppenstein? Maybe not so much. But I'm going to protect both of them. Everybody else is fair game. On second thought, I'm not going to offer up Kloppenstein. Or I'm going to at least let him be exposed to the Rule 5 draft. We'll see. He might come back. He might not. He's 24 years old. He doesn't factor into our rotation in any way, shape, or form, at least not right away. It would happen in a couple years, and we do have salary arbitration that we do need to extend to 7 players. 4 of them are relievers, including Tim Meza, who did get sent down. Only played 14 games at the major league level with a 6.35 ERA. I might have got a little ahead of myself in sending him down there. Especially considering his ERA was like a third of what it was in 2024. Alejandro Kirk is also eligible for arbitration. I think we bring him back, though the thing is, he's not producing all that much. Granted, he bats at the bottom of the lineup. The other catchers out there, Yasmani Grandal can be had like now, but I also don't want to cut off Gabriel Moreno. I think this is Moreno's catcher spot, and really nobody else's, though. They probably could just sit there and hold it down between the 2 of them. So we will offer him arbitration. I'll give you a little more, 1.5. I'd be generous. It's not like we can go to a back and forth. I could extend him, and he's 26. Moreno, I think, is 22, 23, 25. Oh, what the hell is he? 25. Okay, he's 25. All right, whatever it is, what it is. I keep forgetting. I started this in 2022. On his way up, let's be honest. They can sit there and man that DH catcher. They can go back and forth. I don't really care how they play it out, though. Alejandro Castilla does play a role, so I will at least offer him arbitration and go from there. Nate Pearson, whose name I probably butchered 1,000 times. Potential. He had a good year. 3.86 ERA. Not really big on the analytics. 4.55. What you probably FIP. You can't see it behind me. 8.33 Ks per 9. He's going to strike guys out. That, he's going to work off of that fastball, do his thing. 28 years old. I'm going to offer him arbitration just as a safety net, but I'm also going to offer him a contract as well. And he wants, 5 for 32. Not bad. Not a bad deal at all. I think we'll give him straight money. Well, let me see. 4 years to put him at age 32. 5, we could at least get value. We could at least get value for him. I'll bump up the money. He wants like 11, but I think 7.5 per year. We'll front load it. Mutual option in year 5, and see how things play out. Cody Stashik was our closer for about 2/3, 3/4 of the season. I'm offering him arbitration because relievers be wanting too much. $300,000 more than what he's asking for. or what is on the table, because it's not like they negotiated any way, shape, or form. Justice Sheffield, not bad, not bad. He had a lot of long relief innings. As you can see, 134 of those innings, 5-2 with 3 saves. He blew 1, had 4 holds. Not bad, especially considering he didn't pitch in 2 seasons. So we can bring him back. Santiago Espinal, 2 years of arbitration. Let's see what else is out there at third base as far as in our system. For guys that can play third base, we've got Miguel Heraldo, who is pretty similar, to be honest, only he doesn't hit lefties as well. Adriel Sotolongo is about the same power, maybe a little bit more. Chad Bell is a decent option. He's 28. Won't cost us much. And of course, there is our very first round draft pick, Ted Ray. I think his potential went up. He is a hitter. He's 20 years old. There's no point in calling him up right now, but if he keeps up at this pace, it's going to be hard to deny him. Shortstops that might be able to play third, Brano doesn't, or Elvis Martinez does. He's 23 years old. Again, we don't have to call him up. I'd have to put him on the 40-man roster. No, he's already on the 40-man roster. I should call him up now. Call him up now, get it out of the way. Being as we protected him in the Rule 5 draft. Jordan Cowan, solid all-around guy. 29 years old. He's a lefty bat. That gives us something. He also is pretty versatile, playing short, first, second, third, and left. Domingo Leiva, who we signed in one of these off seasons, I think it was last year. Switch hitter. Came in, hit a home run in the game, and didn't do much else. I hit that home run with him, I remember. And Kelvin De Castro. We got some guys who might play a role. Again, maybe we just, you know what? I think we just either we bring back Espinal or we at least look around in free agents. Jonathan VR is a possibility. Played last year at San Francisco, 263. Only hit a home run and had 2 RBIs. He's 33. He cost me more. Not that I'm in any way, shape, or form worried about the budget. I don't care. Mike Moustakas, old. Josh Donaldson, hell no. Jake Lamb, Alberto, like, there might be some guys here, but any guy worth a damn is asking for money. Money. And again, this is a backup position. I'm not asking none of these guys to be the everyday third baseman or any other position they might play, and a lot of these guys are older, and I'm sure they are looking for at least one more shot. Maybe one of them is looking for a shot in order to just, you know, sit around the bench and eat sunflower seeds. As far as tender contracts are concerned, we do have some guys that are on the major league roster that we can extend. The very first one being Gabriel Moreno. He is not eligible for arbitration, but he's 25. I could be jumping the gun here and just paying him ahead of time. I think I'm going to give him a 5-year deal and literally buy out his renewal and ARB years. And by the time he's 30, he'll be a free agent. Yes, I put his secondary position as first base. I put him there when Guerrero got hurt. He's played there a couple times when Guerrero has been tired. So it really doesn't hurt to put a secondary at first for him. He is not wanting a 5-year deal, but that's because I'm not paying him enough. I also think $3 million is absolute robbery. Let me see, what's 2 years get us? 3 years. 4 years. 2 for 8 sounds very good. Mariano Murillo, he's going to come into his own. Now, granted, he has barely played. He played more in the postseason than in the regular season. Deal. I'll at the very least pay him the league minimum, which now is like $750. We'll make it $800K. We'll backload it. I don't think he's gonna not play. Like, he's gonna play. He's gonna be an everyday. He should be an everyday guy. Or yeah, maybe he'll be able to. Why not? $800K, 3 years. Let me give him a little more. $900K. Sounds good. David Ferreira, 24 years old. I can buy out his freaking arbitration if I really want to. I am not going to in this instance. We will pay you a nice $350. That's not much. We're gonna pay you league minimum at the very least. 750, 2 for 7, 2 for 1.5. Garrett Mitchell, who I don't even remember him playing, but solid numbers, good bench. Maybe not bench bat, but good outfield hand. 2 years. How could you really be looking for $100,000 a year? I really hope they update the contract offers. Like, come on, some of these are absolutely insulting. I know he doesn't have the service time, but come on, he ain't asking for no $100,000 when you play at the major leagues. You know, each of the last 3 years. This freaking .001 service time. Y'all need to freaking .001 service time crap. If I don't call them up, you should not be messing with the roster. I don't care if they're on the 40-man roster. They don't need to be called up. Why are y'all doing this? Why are y'all still doing this to this day? Like, we get to the offseason. Just leave guys where they are. Leave guys where they are. I don't have to have my roster filled at the end of the year in the offseason. You know guys are going to come in and out, do the signings, releasing, stuff of that nature. So cut the crap, SDS. You'll need to fix that. He shouldn't have any service time because I never called him up at all. He's never played a game. Well, not that he's never played a game. He's never sat on my major league bench in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to pay him as such. Chad Dallas, we will pay him. Give him a solid 3-year deal. Give him a little money to work with. Might not want 3 for 150. I'll let him opt out of a damn deal if he really wants to, because he might get called up and be like, yo, you paid me $150,000 last year. No, pay me $15 million. You know, if he ends up getting his potential and really playing like a pitcher. He's not bad. He's not terrible. He's just not good. Tanner Morris, solid fielder, decent hitter, no real speed, but everybody should never be asking for 5-year deals. That is ridiculous. At least make the league minimum. Going back to Lourdes Gurriel, we're gonna actually offer him something respectable. At the very least, he will be DH, or he'll be in the running for DH. I'm not giving him as long of a deal as he wants. He can get a 3-year deal. Not a star. You can be an everyday guy. Why would you expect whatever? Actually, none of that matters because morale doesn't matter, because SDS hasn't allowed morale to matter more than just attributes. It's got to be more than that, but we're going to pay him something a little bit more respectable. About 3 years, $7 million. We're going to front load that money, though. You can get it all in year 1, or mostly in year 1, and then we can space out the other 2 as you'll probably get worse, but I'm not 200% sure about that. Otherwise, honestly, the offseason might just be over. You never know. I might get offered a trade. See what comes of that. End of the regular season numbers were as follows. Nick Madrigal, 3 cents shy of 300 points. 300 points on the batting average. That is 8 home runs, 65 RBIs. I'm shocked he had 8 home runs and 65 RBIs from a guy who does not hit for much power. Bichette, 256, 24. In fact, let's get to a different screen. Madrigal also stole 12 bases. Bichette, 24 and 83. Walked 51 times. Got on base 312. Not bad numbers by any means. Really not too far from these numbers. Only his batting average is about 30 cents worse. Rafael Devers finished either second or third in MVP. I don't even remember anymore. But it is what it is. His best year by far. We got him under contract for 4 more years. Vlad Guerrero, good season. Can't call it great, but it was good. I mean, obviously it's not 2021 or 2023, but it's good. Until Marte, I'm going to call it a bounce back here. Because, remember, we signed him for the 30-90 thing, and he gave us at least the 90, and he damn near hit 300. So, pretty good. This is the last year of his deal. Teoscar Hernandez, last year of his deal, getting paid $9 million, 19 and 64 RBIs and such. Should be solid value. He's at least good defensively. I give him that. Listen, his arm strength needs to go up. I'd up it, but I'm not gonna do that. Alejandro Kirk, okay year. Yeah, 99 hits, 45 RBIs. He's a catcher. For whatever reason, catchers just can't seem to flourish all that well in this game. I don't understand why. It's been like 12 or 13 years, probably 14 at this point. I think the last time I seen catchers really on a... Granted, I get it. Catchers get drained a bit from the defense, so it'll sap some of their offensive numbers, but come on, Sim. This is ridiculous. Not bad. Moreno is more than likely going to be the catcher for the foreseeable future. And on the other end, Garrett Mitchell didn't really play all that much. Played like a third of the season. Solid numbers. Nothing too crazy. 273 average. Tanner Morris barely got in. Santiago Espinal. I mean, it's not 2022 or 2021, but he's a warm body. You may look to replace him. Mariano Murillo only played 8 games and had 1 at bat. Did steal 2 bases though, and did play in the postseason. Alejandro Castilla finished 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. That's like the 2nd or 3rd year we've had a guy in the running for a Rookie of the Year. 14-63 with 261 average, 436 slugging. So when he's on the field, he can hit. Or when he's out there hitting, he can hit. He'll make $1 million this upcoming season. As far as pitchers are concerned, Berrios 3.30 ERA in 200 innings. The 4th time in his career he's went over 200 innings. Not too shabby. What was the whip? Whip 1.17. Kevin Gausman 16-10, 204 innings, 2.91 ERA. He's probably had the lowest ERA of any of our pitchers in the 3 seasons. 1.03 whip. Nate Pearson, he was 11-8 with a 3.86 ERA, 1.36 whip. 16 quality starts, which means he's going out there and he's pitching and pitching and pitching. Really, I mean, listen, all of our top 3, we're going to do that anyway. And relievers, we're not going to concern ourselves with the relievers. Oh God, no! Why? Oh. This is a very raised move, and I don't blame them. They only signed him for 7 years and only for $32.5 million because, well, $32.5 million a year. Because SDS likes to give us a restriction on how much we can pay guys. If I want to offer somebody $100 million for every year and they don't want to play for me, that should be allowed. We also should have on the other end the ability to up our budget, concessions, sponsorships, the things we used to do. Anyway, Diego Castillo goes to the Phillies. Let's see any other big signings. It doesn't look like it, as we'll look at the transaction log. We get, let's look at our own first. Yeah, we get back a decent amount of guys. Nobody too crazy. Again, the guy we're actually looking for is actually Gurriel. Gurriel's already a free agent. We know that. He hasn't re-signed yet. Actually, I don't think nobody may have offered him anything. No, we're the only one to have offered him anything worth a damn. Walker Buehler to the Brewers. 9 years, $308.7 million. Jeez. Giovanni Gallegos going to the Angels. Probably a good move for them, as we have faced them 2 years in a row in the postseason. Shane Bieber to the Cubs. Alex Verdugo leaves Boston and goes to Oakland. I don't think that's realistic. I don't think that team is any worth a damn. But it's his money. Maybe that's what the whole Moneyball thing. They were waiting for Alex Verdugo. That's going to turn your franchise around. All right, our 40-man roster is set, and we can't put anybody else on. Nate Pearson signs his 5-year deal for $37.4 million. Gabriel Moreno resigns for 2 years. Garrett Mitchell. Nobody was. We're not offering anybody stupid, crazy money out here, so it's not like we need to be. Unless these guys don't have contracts because they haven't signed them, they're fine. A lot of these other guys, I'm not even going to bother on. I'm not going to replace them in the Rule 5 draft because they'd have to be on the Major League roster for the whole year, and I'm just not willing to do that. So I would like to stop simulating. Brandon Woodruff to the Cubs. 27.1 million for 4 years. That's 108 total. Corbin Burns. Well, damn. Why y'all ain't just trade? Why, like, it's like y'all swap pitchers. Hey, whatever. It is what it is. Brandon Lowe or Lau. I am still not sure what it is, but he's out of the division now, and I don't have to ever say his name again. Especially not in MLB 23, because I'm going to be playing more than likely a national team. Don't think there'll be any other huge big signings. Tyler O'Neill to the Dodgers. The Dodgers are signing everybody now. Oh boy, Francisco Mejia. The Giants. I don't think we have a 40-man roster, so actually we do. Oh, we don't have a major league spot left, so we're not going to bother. All right, looking at the Rule 5 draft, and I don't think we lost anybody, though. We'll take a look at who actually got picked. Austin Allen, pretty good catcher, going to the Reds. A pretty solid catcher, let's say it that way. Hasn't played in 3 seasons. I don't understand that, but damn. Sal Romano going to the Twins. Reliever Kyle Cody going to the Orioles. It's all right. Peyton Burdick to the Nationals. Justin Brill to the Pirates. Hunter Brown to the A's. I thought he was already on the A's. What am I thinking of? Somebody else. Bryce Ball to the White Sox. Going to play first. Brady ain't been there in Lord knows how long. Robert Duggar to the Reds as they take a second player. And they also take a third. Logan Allen, a reliever. Florida. And yeah, I think that was about it for them. Perfectly fine by me. And we got 9 roster spots I need to fill. And they're not going to be anything big, so let's jump to and past spring training. If somebody gets hurt, I'll let you know. Unfortunately, we ain't got enough money to sign nobody, so we're gonna have to be stuck with our roster at about, I want to say 84 players. It is what it is. But I will say, this screen should never exist in MLB The Show. If you give us back the ability to have concessions, we actually have to change the price because it matters, because our fans might give a damn. If we, we need an owner mode. It's just that simple. We need an owner mode so that we can do all the owner mode stuff that we had back in the day and some more additions to that, but that's got nothing to do with this rebuild at this point. 6th game of the season. We're 4-2. Can we beat the Oakland Athletics on the road? Black coming to the plate, not getting a hit today. He's 4 of 19 on the year. Can we get him on so we can get someone to get him over? Fly ball to right field, and unfortunately, he's going to find leather on leather. Teoscar Hernandez at the plate. 0 for 3. Ahead of ball, as he is going to pop this one up in the infield. Oh, man. Come on, we can't be losing to a team like this. All right, Bo. Bo knows what he's doing. 1 for 3 today. He has driven in a run. He beats this up the middle. Almost hit Stefan in the head. He will at least get on. We could get go-ahead run across if the man that's coming to the plate can do what we pay him to do. Bichette would later steal second. Take a look at it, and you know what? It is extremely risky for him to be doing anything of that nature. The manager will be having a word with him. Lourdes Gurriel hit the third. Oh, fortunately, the hit's going to be an out. We're going to lose this game 5-4 in the early portion of the season. Take a look. We had 4 home runs. 4. Still lost. Ridiculous. Damn it. Magic goes out for 6 months. Now we got to find a replacement. Or something. You got to be kidding me. I just called Santiago Espinal up to replace Nick Madrigal. Now he gonna be out for 2 months. Now we gotta dig hella deep into our minor league system in order to find somebody to just hold down the fort for 2 months. Tanner Morris is at the major league level, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. We'll see. Injuries are starting to tear us apart as we lose Curtis Watson with a shoulder tear for 2 months. I think the fact that our budget is so high and we're not able to go above that we got to just call guys up, and that's just going to end up being the case right now. Now down goes Teoscar. He's out for 2 months with a broken foot. Mind you, I haven't gotten out of the month of April. I ain't got out of the month of April yet. We are just getting steamrolled with injuries. Gaussman is perfect through 6 innings. We gotta see this. Ain't no way around it. We got to see this. Hopefully we can get another perfecto. He's got 5 strikeouts. Nate Pearson is the sole holder of the only perfect game in Blue Jays history. Can Kevin Gaussman make it number 2 in 3 years? But first, we got to get to Rafael Devers' former team, the Boston Red Sox. Alek Manoah threw a complete game shutout yesterday. Ground ball to third. Devers kicks it a bit. He's able to hustle and fire it across the diamond. That'll get us the first out. Oh, that's a little bit too much drama for my liking. Jonathan Aranda coming to the plate, not hitting very well. It is still very, very early in the game, or in the year. 3-2 pitch, hit high and deep to right, and it is going to avoid Pesky's pole. That would have been a pesky hit, let alone a run. Now Aranda is going to stare at a splitter and doesn't think it was in the zone enough to be called a strike. Take a look at it one more time, and debatable. Maybe not horizontally, but vertically, definitely had it. Xander Bogaerts, who decided to stay, ground ball, no, liner right at Bichette. That'll be out. We are 6 outs away from possible perfection, and here comes Trevor Story. Hitting for power, driving guys in. His average isn't very good. Honestly, Story actually doesn't hit that well against Gaussman in his career. He struck out 7 times and only 3 hits. It's 35,243 are in attendance. What may possibly be a perfect game here at Fenway Park. 81st pitch, and umpire, you gave that to us before. Come on. Oh my goodness. All right, the perfecto was wiped away due to the walk. And we tried to score a 4th one, another insurance one, so it's fine. I mean, Red Sox can come back, and we'll see if they'll be able to do so. Gaussman going back out there for the 9th to complete the shutout, and this ball is going to get hit into left center field, carrying up against the wall. They'll end up with a double, and this idiot is going to third. Are you serious? Come on. You already had the hit. Like, don't get too greedy. Ronaldo Hernandez strikes out. Gaussman at least completes the complete game shutout. Back-to-back complete game shutouts, I think for the first time ever between these two teams. But Bichette has a 13-game hitting streak, and I want to see it through, especially because we're down 1 and we got 2 runners on. Bichette finds himself 46% of the way to Sean Green's record of 28 straight games with a hit. Dylan Floro and Paul Fryer in the bullpen, righty and lefty. Richard Rodriguez gonna miss for ball number 2. And Ketel Marte on deck. Runners at first and second. 3-0 count. And Bichette swings, hits it high and deep to right field. It is gonna get out of here, and he is now halfway to Sean Green's record. I know 2 weeks of hits doesn't sound all that impressive, but we're going to keep following this as the season goes on. Like, you never know. Hell, Sean Green's record is half of DiMaggio's, so, 25% of the way there. Let's see how this game ends out. We end up tacking on 3 more runs. And in the 9th, finishing it out and getting the victory. 7-2. See the camaraderie as we start to pull things together, start to get ourselves out of this little bit of a slump. Following that victory, that makes 11 games in a row that we have won, taking ourselves from 13-14 to 24-14. Let's keep this train rolling. Base is loaded. We have 20 hits and 9 runs in this game. I don't have any reason to jump into this other than Guerrero's 3 for 4 with 2 homers. We'll look at the box score. We win 13-6. It's 12 games in a row. Guerrero only hits 2, but he goes 4 for 6. 5 RBIs, scoring twice, striking out once. We end up losing a game finally. Oh man, then lose Chad Bell for about 2 months, we lose 7-8. Damn, bet you this was a close one. And it was. They came back to beat us, scoring 3 in the 9th inning. Pick up the victory. You know what? It's gonna happen sometimes like that. Bichette is sitting on now a 20-game hitting streak. We are down 2, so there's a possibility to tie the ball game up. Bichette 9 games from history. As he's batting .363, he would be 15th on this list, tied for 12th, really, in Toronto Blue Jays history. Ground ball to third, and oh man, unfortunately, he won't get the hit. Hopefully, he gets another plate appearance. And he had to stand in the on-deck circle on his hit streak. Oh boy. If I showed y'all every injury, I would be literally just sitting here looking at the injury screen for most of the season. Nate Pearson, torn finger ligament, out for 2 months. So now we got to call up another pitcher. We're playing well. I'll give us that. But like this is bananas, and I can't sign anybody. After much hemming and hawing, Eric Pardino is gonna get the call up. Why not? Can't hurt. You see the numbers. You see his overall and all that good stuff. So, I mean, he looks solid. We'll see how things play out. He got any quirks? We need a starter, and hey, it doesn't hurt to kick the tires on homie. Well, what do we have here? Young man in his rookie season. He is a home run away from the cycle. He is 3 for 3. You gotta see this. We're gonna win that game 10-5. Good look by Murillo. Murillo is, if he's not number 1 in the Rookie of the Year running, he's number 2, but I'm pretty sure he's number 1. Because I looked at it a little earlier. Like Guerrero looking like the MVP, Cy Young. I want us to sweep all of the awards if we can. But yeah, no, he's having a pretty good season. .315 hitting. The draft is happening right as we speak. But Jordan Romano's got to pick up a save for the current team before we figure out who will be on the future team. The other Ohio team has the number 1 pick in the draft. They should be selecting pretty soon, but we've got a team we got to take care of here on this end. Young pitch in the dirt. Jordan Romano looking to pick up a save, and he's going to get the second out via slider. Sliding out of his zone for out number 2. Miles Straw on deck. Elias said Alfonso, who has beaten us in the series before. Chocolate is short, and what the hell are you throwing, Bichette? Ooh. No, that should be an error for stupidity. Runners at the corners, 0-2, and Romano actually gets us out of dodge, giving us the 3-2 victory. The draft class is a little all over the place. We got 180 potential, we got 260 potential, mid-60s potentials, which doesn't bode well for their attributes because their attributes look good, but it is what it is. All right, first pick was Alex Musser from Tennessee, lefty hitter, third baseman. He had a secondary position at second base, but I don't know why it disappeared. Rod Clem, B potential, 65 overall, throws 2 fastballs, changeup, slider, curveball. Joaquin Hernandez, fastball, slider, changeup. Decent per 9, since home runs per 9 is good, though I forget if that matters any when you're simulating. It should. If you put it in the game, it needs to matter. Charlie Wellman, I almost called him Wellheim. Anyway, good contact, very good vision. Fielder, has some speed. Unfortunately, he's a deep potential, so he's probably just going to keep tanking. Same thing with Mr. Steve Livingston. He also had 2 secondaries. I believe they were third and right field. No, it couldn't have been third and right field. One of them was an outfield position, but he is a great fielder. He has a good bat, has no real speed, but he's got DH material written all over him. If not, if he can play the outfield, he might get called up immediately, because we're going to have to save some money because we are hemorrhaging it pretty quickly, though we are winning. Finally, we went Ruben Hemphill. Not a bad pitcher by any means. Very good stamina, good walks per 9. And that is the 2025 draft class. Looks like we got another no-hitter on our hands. Alek Manoah, 6 innings. Gave up 2 walks, so no perfecto, 5 Ks as we look to continue to donut Kansas City. Manoah working on yet another no-hitter. Olivares. Olivares is 0 for 2 today. Hitting better against righties than he does lefties. Almost 225 points difference. 67 pitch ground ball to third. And, oh, it gets underneath Devers' glove. You were right there, man. Come on. Oh, now to give him a hit. So the no-hitter is no more. Gonna fly out double play. We've got the lead, and looks like we will continue to hold on to it as we're going to take the W 6-0. Bottom of the ninth, down 1. Got runners at the corners. Bichette at the dish. Let's get this victory. Bichette just needs to hit this on grass, and we got this. And first pitch he sees is going to be a ground out. Are you serious, man? Come on, you gotta at least take a pitch. We're going on a bit of a spiral. Tampa's now leapfrogged us, and now we're in third place. And I think that sets us like 3-4 games out of the wild card. Granted, it's early July. The problem is, unless I trade somebody who's really good on our team to reduce our budget, we're pretty much stuck where we're at. And then the second I say this, we lose yet another Blue Jay for 2 months. Kirk now has a broken hand, which means, oh boy. I mean, we can get by. Kirk is good, but he's not playing every day at catcher or at DH. So, yeah, we'll have to shuffle the deck. Just a few days away from the MLB All-Star game, Chase Jennings, a catcher that I had to call up because of Kirk's injury, can possibly walk it off with nobody on. Who is Chase Jennings? Honestly, I couldn't really tell you much, but he is 5'11" for this season, and he can become a hero for at least today. The Rays are going to warm up 2 righties, Buck Farmer and Nick Anderson in the bullpen. Chase Jennings 2-2 in a 2-2 ball game, and jeez Louise. There's got to be a reason why you are in the minors for most of the season. Take a look at that pitch one more time. If it's close, you got to let it loose, man. I mean, you were kind of the best option at this point. Marte, 1-0 pitch, slaps it right at his former defensive position, a shortstop, especially in the Desert Venom series. And he seems very disappointed. Don't worry, next year I will make sure I don't put Ketel Marte on a team. Lourdes Gurriel, swing and miss, slider on the outside corner, and that will end the inning, and we're going to go to extras. Free baseball for y'all as we warm up 2 lefties. Tim Meza and Justice Sheffield. They're going to go ahead and continue to warm up Buck Farmer and Nick Anderson. You thought they would have actually called one to the mound. Fly ball in the shallow left field. The runner on second is going to retreat back. I'm surprised they didn't try to bunt. That would be a very Rays thing for them to do, as David Pereira is on the mound. Greg Jones going to replace the runner at second. Check swing, and Jonathan Scope is safe at first. Okay, I thought he actually swung, and he'll be replaced by Xavier Edwards. 2 speeds on the base paths for the Stingrays. Sorry, Devil Rays. Sorry, the Rays. I forget, you can't call them that. Ground ball in the left field. Castillo comes up throwing. It is not going to be in time. Rays lead 3-2. Good base hit. Wander Franco. Swing and a miss. Curveball that is in the dirt and bounces away from Moreno. And that is not good because now both runners are in scoring position despite the quote-unquote out. Fly ball into the infield, and hopefully it doesn't hit the catwalk. Devers makes the catch. And we've got to get the lead back. Bottom of the 10th, Alejandro Castillo swings and misses at a 12-6 curveball. And I believe that's Mejia will throw it to first. Runner at second will advance, so a sacrifice fly can get us the tie ball game. Murillo, swing and miss at the 12-6 curveball himself. Time to sit your ass down the bench for that kind of swing. Take a look at the pitch sequence. 12-6, fastball, another 12-6. That got him out. Moreno. High fly ball into center field, and the Rays are going to pick this victory up 3-2 in extras. The Rangers are interested in offering us a trade. I'm at least going to look at it. I shouldn't have looked at this. I'm not making this move. This is stupid. For 3rd year in a row, we have a Toronto Blue Jay that'll participate in the Home Run Derby. Like Guerrero this time, so Vlad and Devers seem like they're just going to switch off every other year. I'm going to just show y'all who wins. Joey Joey Gallo has won the home run derby for 2025. Bad he can't hit in the postseason. Okay, I see you, Alejandro. He's a double shy of the cycle. He's already got the two hardest parts out of the way. I want to see him get it. Back from the All-Star break, and I'd love to see somebody hit for the cycle. Castillo's got both the hard parts out of the way. Time for a double. Swing and a miss at a slurve. Dude, I'd have felt better if you just got hit by the ball. That was a silly swing. Rafi Devers going to come off the bench and try to get us the lead. Slur. We didn't swing. What the hell? Yo, y'all are blind out here in Florida. Bichette coming up to the plate, runner at third. We got 3 chances to get 1 run. Can he just take 1 chance to get 2 runs? Chopper, the shortstop in the infield, and they throw to first? Real questionable defensive. Oh boy, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Anyway, Marte coming to the plate. John Curtis in the bullpen. Mitch Haniger hits his 200th home run of his career. Rafael Devers in the on-deck circle. Damn near 30 and 90. This season. Ooh, Ketel Marte swings at a rising fastball. Will be out number 2, so we might not be able to get another run in. George Manuel. I think he's only 21 years old. He's been playing since he's 18. He's going to be a free agent in a couple seasons. Oh, swinging a miss at a changeup that, oh my goodness. Even slugs know that was slow. Holy cow, right down the middle, challenging him. Gunnar Kiermaier Trejo up next. All right, Curtis Watson going to come out of the bullpen. Under 3 ERA, both righties and lefties hitting under 200. He's not the closer, but he's being pretty good as a setup man thus far this season. As we warm up Jordan Romano to hopefully finish it off, but we got to get things done here in the 9th. Gunnar Henderson striking out, high fastball. He'll be the first victim in inning number 9, bottom of the 9th, that is. He goes fastball right down the middle, and then getting him fastball and curveball away. Fastball up top once more. Kiermaier striking out himself. Watson showing no fear to this Baltimore lineup. Look at that again, and Kiermaier had no chance. Granted, he's not much of an offensive threat. Trejo is going to hit a fly ball to shallow right field, and this game is going to go into extra innings. Inside extra frames, Vlad Guerrero hits one high and deep to center field. It is going to not get out of here. Runner's going to tag up from second and go to third. They'll get it back in. In fact, they'll get it to the plate to prevent that runner from going home. Lourdes Gurriel. Now it's 2 outs to get his 40th RBI of the season. In fact, he can do it without actually... Oh, what the hell are you doing? Why are you stealing home? You are not Jackie Robinson. And Gurriel's not much of a bunter. God. Yeah, stupid. Swing and miss at a pitch that dives out of the zone and really squandered an opportunity. All you needed to do is hit a sac fly. Kyle Stowers hits this to shallow center. It's going to bounce down. The runner from second kind of held up. Marte can't get a hold of it after far too long. The throw to the plate. The back tag not going to come to fruition. Baltimore is going to run away with this victory. All right, we jump back home. Guerrero, a double shy of the cycle. He may have 2 plate appearances to do it. 3-3, 3-4-3 that is. Cutter hit high and deep behind first base, but despite the shift, first baseman's going to get to it. And are we going to see another plate appearance by Guerrero? And it looks like it might be likely. Home run by Moreno, up 7-0. Leadoff hitter got out in the final half of that frame. And, oh, unfortunately, we're not going to get another shot. We come so close to them. You think we get one at some point. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. September 28th, and we finally get Nick Madrigal back, which I'm honestly surprised by. I thought he'd be out the entire year. It's a good thing to get him back because we are 93 and 68. We've already clinched a division. We've already got a playoff spot. And yeah, we'll either face either like the Tigers or the Royals or something of that nature. But yo, again, it's good to get Nick Madrigal back. Despite the fact we've done a pretty good job without him. let's see how we actually finish the regular season. There's one game left. 94 and 68. Postseason will start tomorrow. Wait, I don't think the season's actually over. Now it's officially over. 94-68. We've won the division for the second time in this series. We'll be taking on the Detroit Tigers. Let's take a look at the league leaders and award winners. Alek Manoah led the league in strikeouts and whip. Jose Barrios led the league in ERA and WAR? Really? A pitcher? A pitcher that doesn't hit? Seriously? Was the league that bad? Vlad Guerrero leads the league in home runs, triples. Mariano Murillo. So if he don't have the Rookie of the Year, I don't know who the hell does. Vlad also leads the league in RBIs, 140. The second time he's gone basically, 50 and at least 135. Remember, he did that in the second year of our franchise. And Bo Bichette leads the league in hits. I really need to see how the hell you lead in WAR. Oh, pitching WAR. Okay, fine. I can live with that. Award winners. Gabriel Moreno wins the Gold Glove for catcher. Vlad Guerrero Jr. MVP for the second time in this series, beating out Ian Happen. Okay, Joey Gallo, you actually came to hit. You actually came to hit this year. Good for him. Alek Manoah just misses out on the Cy Young. Hell, he probably got votes taken away from Jose Barrios, but Casey Mize, 21-3, will face him in the first round matchup. Angels continue to have guys who do good things. Anthony Rendon, Brett Martin lead the league in saves. Not leading the league in saves. He won the Reliever of the Year award. Kittredge looks like he led the league in saves. Rookie of the Year, Mariano Murillo, third. Damn shame. Hank Aaron Wood was the Juan Soto. Again, Moreno. Vlad was... How did Vlad not get the Gold Glove too? Like, Ryan Mountcastle can't just keep winning the Gold Glove at first. I also don't think he actually just played first. He also plays third and left field, but I don't know how much they actually account for that. Gold Glove, David Fletcher, Yandy Diaz at third, J.P. Crawford at short, Joey Gallo beats out Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Ooh, that wasn't hard. Oh, Gold Glove, never mind. I thought that was Silver Slugger. Ramon Laureano from the center, and Johan Mieses. Silver Slugger, really? Wow, okay. Come on, SDS. Y'all better fix this. If the pitchers are hitting, you can give them a Silver Slugger. In other words, if the pitchers are hitting and are not DH, they should, yes, get a Silver Slugger. But if they're just, this is DH, because this is what Shohei is, come on, this is ridiculous. Anyway, let's get to that first round matchup. Game one of the ALDS, Manoah versus Mize. Oh my goodness, we get spanked. 9-1. Jeez. Riley Green, 3 ribbies. Candelario Badu tack on 2 each. Castro and Rogers also get 1. And, oh man. Yeah, not much hitting going on here. We only got 6 hits in total. It happens. Hopefully we're not about to get eliminated by the Tigers. Game 2. We win 8-1, basically flipping the score. They get 1 ribby from Torkelson in the 7th inning, and that is basically it. They have 4 hits total. We get 12. Murillo, 1 for 4. Bichette, 3 for 5 with 3 ribbies. The MVP, 1 for 5 with 3 ribbies. Must have been a long ball. Moreno tacking on 1 of his own. We take set victory. Game 3. Vertical situation. Tie ball game. Extra innings. Series is tied at 1. The game is tied at 5. No extra innings rule here in the postseason. If you didn't already know that. David Ferreira is unfortunately going to walk Spencer Torkelson, and that'll leave Riley Green to come to the plate. Both men were 0-3 today. We're going to warm up Dennis Santana as a bit of a long reliever in case this game goes a bit longer than normal. Former first baseman Josh Bell on deck. Hopefully he don't beat us. Riley Green, 3-1, rips it right to Guerrero, and that's going to end the 10th. So Bell should be leading off the top of the 10th. Madrigal looking to break the tie. He'll hit one. Ooh, right to short, and almost gets out of the reach. Whomever that is, I honestly don't know. Gurriel, 3 for 4, all singles and driving in 2. Can he get hit number 4 here in this postseason matchup? Circle change, hit to second. It's not going to be the case just yet. Maybe he gets another plate appearance. Not sure. This is not bad fielding, so good awareness to be able to run that down and not have the sunlight block his vision. Moreno. Oh, fastball hit deep to center, but it's going to find leather on leather, and through the 11th, we're still tied. Conforto on deck, Bell at the plate. Really would hate to see him walk it off on us. And changeup missing. So we're going to get a base runner on Michael Conforto. 0 for 3 today. 1-0 pitch. Changeup going to get hit to left field. Caught. Still nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Christian Arroyo, 2 for 3 today. Hits a curveball. Devers coming in the infield, fires the second back to first, and we get the double play through 11. Damn, we still cannot find who's going to get the advantage in this series. Mariano Murillo swinging a miss at a circle change that just fell off the table, just tailing away like crazy. Look at the spin rate. Look at the break. 7 inches, just like the amount that broke off on your mama last night. Bang. Out of here. Next batter, Bo Bichette. Come on, man. Can somebody get on? Bichette hits a slider deep to left center field. Chasing it down is Green. He's going to make the over. Shoulder catch. Oh, man. Come on. Somebody's got to end this game at some point, right? Garrett Mitchell, who must be pinch hitting for somebody, because I don't know why he'd be playing in the postseason. He's going to pop up a sinker and shallow left. That will be the end of the 12th. We have significantly more hits than them. Come on. We got to come through, man. I'm not trying to lose to the Tigers of all teams. Are you kidding me?
Your attention, please.
All right, Dennis Santana. Oh, boy. I think we made a mistake. He has an 81 ERA. Righties and lefties are murking him. Are we out of our minds? Are we that desperate? We could have called anybody else. Call a starter on. I don't care. Oh, boy. Hopefully this doesn't bite us in the ass. Isaac Paredes hits the ball in right field. It's going to bounce down. And Gurriel able to retrieve it before it ever hits the ball. Detroit will end up with a base runner. Jake Rogers at the plate. He's going to look to drop down a bunt. It's going to go to the first base side. Santana fires it first. And the lead runner will advance. Score that a sacrifice. 1-3. Killed by Dew. 1 for 5. Might just need what essentially amounts to a sinker. Not going to matter at this point as he swings at a sinker. He is out. Santana might be able to get out of this one without a problem. But he's got to face Yaimer Candelario. Unfortunately, he's over 5. So it doesn't bode well for him. He's down 0-2. 14th pitch by Santana. Oh, swing and a miss. And, dude, don't get ejected. Come on. Don't get ejected. You don't need the fine. And baseball doesn't need that. And something to complain about. Rafael Devers is going to walk. Vlad Guerrero coming to the plate. Please, just put the ball over the wall. And he hits it high and deep to right center. Chasing it down is Green. It is, oh my goodness, it's going to be caught. I swear to you that Comerica Park is like the largest center field of all time. Maybe Coors might be bigger, but I don't know. Alejandro Castillo, one of the few hitters on this team to actually be above 500 in this game. 3 for 5. Hits it the opposite way, but it's going to find leather. And the runner from first is going to have to retreat back. Come on, somebody, anybody, do something. Madrigal hits this one deep to, no, wait, maybe not that deep. He's not much of a power threat, and they're going to be able to chase that one down. That's Michael Conforto. Oh, man, bottom 13, swing and miss at a sinker away. Okay. Just, Santana, if you can get out of this, I promise you we'll win this in the other half of the inning. Not that you really deserve the win. Well, maybe. I mean, you'll get credited with it either way. Riley Green at the plate. 1 and 2. And going to get hit down the line with first. Guerrero, who somehow finished second in the Gold Glove race, ends up stepping in the bag. Santana working with a full count. Michael Conforto on deck, but we got to worry about the man that is in front of him, Josh Bell. Full count offering to go to the 14th, and I should have known better.
Really should have known better that he wasn't going to be able to capitalize. You know, I should have more faith in my guys. And we're going to call him Cody Stashik. Fair. Less likely to walk anybody. He's only... How does he only have 13 strikeouts? How often are we using him? Ground ball into right field, and Tigers are going to advance both base runners, one base. Arroyo, 2 for 4. Hits this right above Guerrero's. Oh my goodness, outstretched glove. Gurriel, then I'm having to take a spin and throwing. What a bad throw. Tigers are going to take the lead in this series. 2 games to 1. Double the hits, but they made it count when it mattered. Devers 3 RBIs, Arroyo 5. Jump into game number 4. Tigers can advance to face the Angels in the ALCS. Magical now batting 7th. Mariano Murillo is our leadoff hitter from here on out. Bichette, chopper in front of the plate. The running throw, which is very awkward, very weird for a catcher, for any catcher really. Fly ball to left field, going to be caught. Murillo not going to tag up despite the speed. Kyle Tyler faces Ketel Marte, looking to get out of the inning without giving up a run. And Marte swings and misses at a slider that, dude, you knew that was a bad pitch. Yet you swung at it anyway. Badu, 1-2. Hits it right over first base. Bounces just fair and rolls all the way to the Comerica Tiger, who might be on acid. Throw it back in, and they'll end up with a double. Pearson giving up a runner in scoring position. Candelario, can't catch up to the fastball. Pearson not afraid to just cock back and fire it as he does back-to-back batters. That one being of the slider variety, the previous one, the fastball. Second strikeout for Nate Pearson. You know, Pearson's really coming into his own. You know, I was a little hesitant even calling him up way back on what the season 1 of this. And you know what? He's been everything and then some as a starter. Guerrero striking out. Unfortunately, to lead off the second inning, Gurriel is going to rip this one. A changeup at that into left field. It's going to bounce in front of where we warm up in the bullpen, and he'll end up with a double. Camacho will drive him in, 3-2. Not going to be able to do so, but he will take first base without a swing. Castilla, I'm not going to lie, he's been probably one of our best postseason hitters in this entire series. Unfortunately, he's going to ground out into a double play. I think he's batting like 325 in all of postseason. Hey, SDS, keep postseason stats. Nonetheless, Josh Bell strikes out. Conforto, oh man, he gets a hold of this fastball. Hit deep to the right. Gurriel, not going to have a problem as it dies out there via probably the wind. Ground ball up the middle, it kicks off of Pearson's foot over to first for Magical. Score that 1-4-3. Moreno's going to rip one in the center field. He's another guy that is hitting very well in the postseason throughout the entire run that we've had thus far. Hopefully it translates into a World Series appearance. Hell, I want the championship. Let's be real. Runners at first, runner at second, 2-2. Come through, Bo. Hits it down the right field line. It's going to bounce a couple times. Fair. Kick up against the wall into the corner. One runner is going to score. Murillo coming around from third. A pump fake, and then they throw it. Y'all got to get rid of that. Y'all got to get rid of that, SDS. Come on. Throw it or don't throw it. We take a 2-0 lead. We're trying to extend this series and go to Game 5, which would be at home for us. Ketel Marte on deck. And Devers is going to walk, so Marte will get 2 runners on, one of which is in scoring position. And we won't capitalize. Curveball, holy cow. Listen, when Pearson is whipping that curveball and is working right, it is good stuff. 98-mile-an-hour fastball low and away. Guerrero will step on the bag. And that'll be the end of that stanza. Jump to the 4th. Candelario, again, when that curveball is on, it's on. And that is a problem because he has the least control of that pitch, according to Baseball Savant. That curveball right there. Just kiss the corner. Peck on the cheek. Good to go. All right. Torkelson looking to work the walk ahead 3-1, and he is going to be able to do so. That fastball just never had a chance. He'll be safe at first. Riley Green, curveball. You are not touching that either. This time getting up to 75 miles an hour. That is Pearson's 6th strikeout. And circle change, going to get hit on the ground the first. Guerrero step on the bag, and we are going to continue to have the lead through 4. Conforto, full count. Hits this one high and deep to left field. Murillo at the track at the wall. It is going to get out of here as the Detroit Tigers will cut the lead in half thanks to Michael Conforto's first postseason home run. Still plenty of time. You know, it's possibly gives up that kind of thing. The harder you throw it, the harder it get hit and get out of here. Jake Rogers, full count. And he's going to hit this one to right field as Gurriel allows it to bounce in front of him. Dude, it's okay to slide. Like, it's perfectly fine. Badu. Curveball jams him a bit, and Bichette is going to chase this one down in shallow left to make the catch. Honestly, you could have let Murillo get it, but hey, I appreciate the effort. Either way, 91st pitch. That fastball just kept rising out of his hand, and Candelario obliged. 7th strikeout. Make it 8 for Pearson. He is, I want to say, 2 away from the record held by Alek Manoah. Yeah, line drive in the left field. Murillo comes up with it because he covers a lot of range. Let's be real. Justice Sheffield's going to come out of the bullpen. Has not given up a hit. Has not given up a run. 2 strikeouts to his name. Here in the 7th, and the ball's going to get hit to left center, right center field. Marte going to have to track it down off the bottom of the wall. Marte throws it back in. Madrigal fires to third. Ooh, almost overthrows him. Damn, they almost got him, to be honest with you. So, Tigers 90 feet away from a run. Devers dives and fires the first. I would have at least attempted to throw home. I mean, I get it. You dive, you're on the ground. It probably could have gotten there in time. I don't know. I'm not going to Pythagorean theorem that. I didn't take physics for more than 2 weeks anyway my senior year of high school. We get out of it, you line out by short. I didn't need the Regent, so I didn't take it. I said, I'm not taking a Regent my senior year. Nonetheless, Gregory Soto gets a strikeout. Game tied at 2. Diving attempt by Paredes. He's going to throw it to first anyway, but Bichette will be safe as they score a base hit. Alex Reyes, Cody Stashik, both warming up in case we need them in the 8th and in the 9th. Devers hits this one deep to right field. That is definitely going into the gap. And Teoscar is going to score from first. Green fires it back into the infield, and damn, this is the problem with Comerica. It's so cavernous that if it's hitting the gap over there, yo, even a guy like Devers will end up with a triple. As you see the hustle, he saw it. The second it pretty much bounced against the wall, he was 3/4 of the way to second, so go to third. Why not? Ground ball right past the diving shortstop. We will double our lead 4-2 as we are quickly looking like we might be able to sneak away and get to game 5. Gurriel, ground ball, ooh, past the diving first baseman, and that'll be another base runner. 2 away. I appreciate the insurance runs. Adam Sembra, a familiar face to the first, 2 years of the series. Very funky delivery, but a good reliever, I will admit. He's behind 3-1 Madrigal. Slapper up the middle, and it rolls all the way in the center. Green's going to have to come up throwing, and it is going to be well offline. It is now 5-2 Toronto, almost guaranteeing a game 5, but it's not over until you see all 3 outs in the 9th inning. Ground ball to first, and oh, Guerrero, geez Louise. You could have just ate that one, and we'd been fine. Runner steals. Actually, don't steal, and the error caused them to go to second. And now the tying run comes to the plate for Yaima Candelario. 3-2. Pop up in the first base coach stands, and nope, Guerrero's going to make the catch damn near the dugout. That is a big out number 1. Can he get 2 more? Torkelson. Ooh, smashes a slider deep to left field. Murillo at the wall, and he reaches up to make the catch. Green, chopper to second. Madrigal gonna go to first, and ooh, we are able to get out of that one without giving up a single run, and we actually tack on 2 more, pick up the victory as we go into game number 5 at home. Here we are at home. Teams going back and forth. Odd games going to them, even games going to us. So Detroit looks like they might win this one if you go by just that pattern. But the game isn't played by patterns. It's played by what is on the field. The number 1 and 2 men in the Cy Young Award race will face off against each other as This ball is going to get hit into center field for Detroit's first hit. Candelario hitting the opening salvo. Torkelson, ground ball to first, and ooh, if Guerrero was able to get that, he could have gotten two, but he'll play the safe way and step on first. Riley Green batting 111 here in this series. Ground ball to second, and they're not going to be able to capitalize on that hit. So we push forward. 1-2 pitch from Mize. Liner right past the shortstop. I got to remember. Oh, that's Arroyo. Okay. I thought Arroyo was a second baseman. I guess not. Guerrero. High and deep to right field. The MVP comes through. 2-run shot to start off game number 5. And that is big time. The winner of this series will take on the LA Angels, a team we have beaten back-to-back times we have been in the postseason, despite them, let's be honest, being a better team offensively than we are all around. Rafael Devers, 353 average here in this series, and man, if only we had MLB 23 rules, there would be no shifting. Oh man, listen, that's not going to stop that terrible throw though, as Devers will end up on second thanks to Castro's error. Gurriel Jr., 357, swinging and missing, chasing the inside heat. Could have let it go and gotten the first, but we take an early lead. 2-2 count, and swinging a miss. Manoah able to set down the final man in the second inning. Castro suffering similar fate, this time on a high fastball, as Manoah continuing to show great effort, but damn, he's going to give up a base hit. And what could have been the final guy here in this inning. Can the Tigers capitalize? Candelario. Inside pitch. Badu going to second. Too high of a throw. Not in time. I don't think they would have gotten him anyway, even if it were a perfect throw. Badu is a skilled base runner. Swinging. No. Chopper on the ground the first. Guerrero having to go the opposite way and then chase down first base bag to step on it for the final out. Bichette. Full count. Swing and miss. 94 miles an hour from the Cy Young Award winner. Marte, not going to take the bait, and he'll end up at first with 2 away. Guerrero already smashing one earlier, 2-2 count, and he's not going to have another one as he chases inside. He really should have left that one alone. Could have seen another pitch. Torkelson, slider, hit to Bichette. Bichette, it kicks off the glove and goes into the grass. He'll be safe. Scored that a base hit and not an error. Green coming up. And he's going to, he was so late. I think the ball was in his glove. Conforto, just going to stare at it. And that'll end the fourth. Manoah continuing to just hurl great pitches. Devers smashes this one, says, man, screw your shift. All right, we ain't worried about that. He'll end up on second for the second time, this time via a double. Castilla, full count. He's going to, unfortunately chop the sinker into the ground at first, and they're going to step on that bag to end the inning. We can't capitalize. I don't like this 2-run lead, but Manoah is doing everything in his power to ensure that the Tigers do not get on the board. 5th strikeout for him. Castro, swing and miss. Manoah cooking at this point. I promise you, 6 strikeouts. Rogers here in the top of the 5th, swinging and missing, just hoping that his bat is long enough to get contact. Moreno, 2-1 count, and he hits this one deep to left field, and damn, that thing's got some carry. It might have been carried by the jet stream. It is now 3-0 Toronto. It only went 351 feet. I am a little shocked it didn't go further. Like, he absolutely uppercut the hell out of that one, but hey, counts either way as a run, and Casey Mize's day is over. Gave up 3 runs. Didn't really pitch all that long, pitched a decent amount of time. And they're going to call on Ty Madden out of the bullpen, who has a 6.23 ERA. Lefties are creaming him, righties not so much. A blooper in the right field will give Toronto yet another base run, and Guerrero stepping up to the plate as BJ the Blue Jay is stomping. Yo, Toronto, y'all are not loud enough. Come on, get hype. I mean, I'm not the mascot, so I can't say it. 2-2 offering. Guerrero hits this one to right field. It is hanging up a long time. A leaping catch. No! He did not catch it. That is his second home run of the game. His second 2-run shot. And we are up 5-0. Toronto, y'all are not loud enough. That is the MVP. MVG. Most valuable Guerrero. Anyways, Gurriel's going to rip one in the left field, and that'll give us yet another base runner. And, ooh, that's a bad throw. Glad they cut away from it. Madrigal hits this into left field, and the runner's going to come around from third and score. It is 6-0. Did Detroit even come to play? We know Toronto did. Devers is going to hit this one into the gap because why else would you? One runner is going to score. A second is going to score. A third is coming around. The throw to the plate, and oh God, he is dead to rights. Ugh. Guerrero getting a little greedy, trying to score for the third time. Curtis Watson coming in the game. He's going to give up a ground ball up the middle to short. Short will throw it to first. Detroit will finally get on the board 8-1. Bichette hits this one high and deep to right field. It is going to get out of here and nearly hits that guy standing on the bench in the bullpen. Dude, don't do that. That's just silly. We're now up 9-3. Detroit is going to hit one to right, and we are going to get out of this one stealing this series. Curtis Watson should be credited with the longest postseason save since Bumgarner back in 2014.
We face the Angels again. In this series, we've beat them 3 times. Series-wise, we beat them 3 times. I'm hoping for a sweep. Let's see. Game 1. Well, we got a 1-run lead to protect. Jordan Romano was on the mound. No outs. Trout on first. Nimmo on third. Gallo at the plate. Oh boy.
Game 1, and we were already talking about some damn drama. They've had runners at the corners with nobody out. Jordan Romano, oh boy. Just strike out the side. I would love it. But unfortunately, Gallo is a man of walks and strikeouts. So, real dichotomy. And, oh, son of a gun, he chooses walk. The bases are loaded for Jared Walsh. He doesn't even have to get a hit for it to count as a run. Joe Adele coming in as a base runner, as a pinch runner, that is. Walsh already walked earlier. I would hate to have a run walked in to at least tie the game. Walsh, chopper on the ground to first. Guerrero goes to second and comes back to first. Oh my goodness, why didn't you throw home first? Prevent the run and try again afterwards. David Ferreira is going to come out of the bullpen. 3.0 ERA. Does inherit a runner at third. Rendon hits this one to center field. It's going to get down, and the Angels are going to take game number 1 here in the series as Mike Trout gets 3 games away from the World Series.
Can we make up for game 1's loss? Game 2? Damn, another critical situation. We're down, this time we're down 1. We got to beat them. Come on, jump into it.
Game 2, but the drama is on our end. We need 1 to tie it and to tie the series. Well, 2 to tie the series. Marte on deck. Devers. It's been coming through for the past 2 seasons. And, well, okay, that's fine. I'm perfectly okay with him working the walk. Marte is completely capable of jacking one out. He is 2 for 4 today. And he's going to drop down a bunt. What the hell kind of National League old school hitting is this crap? Hit the ball. Hit the ball. Get it airborne. I would much prefer that. Come on. Castilla can move him over as he hits it to third base. Oh, it gets past Rendon's glove. In the left field, we have 2 runners on. Now Madrigal. Not a power threat, but hey, I'd love for him to hit one in the gap. And oh, it's a liner right at first. And oh, try to double him off at second. Oh, boy. Moreno already hit a home run in this postseason. And okay, taking 1 for strike 1. Next pitch. Oh, slider hit into the dirt at second. A short toss, and damn it. We lose back-to-back games. We're down 0-2. Not good, but hey, there's still plenty of time left.
2 straight L's, but at least we get to go back home. All right, game 3. Oh my goodness. Game 4. We are swept. We are swept by the Angels. Very disappointing way to end the season, obviously. It's a team that we've actually beaten, but they are a very good team. I think we might have gotten lucky 2 years in a row. Who's in the World Series? All right, it is the Angels versus the Dodgers in all LA World Series. Who takes it this year? Let's see. Wow, 17-5. All right. Mike Trout might get him a ring. He does. 2025 World Series champions, the Los Angeles Angels. We got work to do. Sub to the channel. All that good stuff. Holla at y'all later.